2014 Hyundai Santa Fe 2.0 liter Sport Turbo. I think I said all the acronyms that come with it or whatever. Anyway, today we're going to change the front brakes. So, looks like a pretty easy job. We'll let you know how it goes. All right, so now here we are. Brakes don't look too bad, or the rotor. We're going to take the caliper off. 214 bolts, one there, one at the bottom, and we'll see how the brake pads look. Oh yeah, always take the bottom one first, and then that way you get leverage, because that'll start happening. But that's fine. Go ahead. All right, I'm gonna put this back in here just a little bit, right? And so then you should be able to lift it. Go ahead and take it out. This part. Yeah, and lift it straight up. Watch the cable. Okay, keep going. Oh, all right. So now what we want to do is we're gonna want to get a coat hanger, and we're gonna tie this up so this doesn't fall, so you're not pulling on all the brake lines. So here's the mechanics tool here.
This one off too, the back one?
Not yet. So this is the mechanics tool. Take that out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tie the caliper to the spring. Right? Not that one.
Tie what?
Put it through here and...
like here? Just like this?
Yeah, just in there, and then we're going to... Alright. He put it there. I would not do that. I would actually...
You need to have more faith in my friend.
In other words, make sure it's secure, because we're taking the rotor off. We don't want this to bang on, you know.
Okay.
So that's good enough for now. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the other one out. That's just a...
protected plate?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and take a brake pad out. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, that's run down pretty thin. Okay, cool. That's what we're doing. We're replacing it. All right, here are the two bolts holding the caliper bracket. 17 millimeter, and it's going to be tight. So, I don't know if we're going to just use a regular wrench. All right, so could not get a socket wrench in there, right? So here's the example. Yeah, it won't fit. So here's how you do it. Instead of trying to break your knuckles, you just tap on it a little bit. And just tap on it, and you're acting like a impact wrench. So it's a little trick, so save your knuckles. All right. Cool. Comes right out.
You want a video of it?
I am videoing it. Yeah. All right, now we're going to straighten it back up so we can get the rotor out. There's two Phillips screws in there, so they're holding it. All right. Okay, so I'm going to use a hex drill to get these out. Normally you could use a Phillips, but they're so easy to strip. And so what this does is it makes sure that it comes out perfectly. All right, let's get those out now. Okay, that should come right out.
There's only two screws holding your rotor on?
Yeah, but really, this is just to get it on there while...
No, that ain't coming out.
Okay, we're gonna...
That was a little easier.
Alright, took a little hammering. It's a little rusted, but out it comes. Alright, we're gonna put the new one in. Pretty easy. Alright, so I'll put my coffee cup down. We don't want to get it dirty, so we're going to use new gloves. And then we're going to get brake part cleaner, because it comes with some anti-rust lubricant on it. And so once we get that out, you're going to want to clean it with brake part cleaner. Get all that stuff out of there. And don't touch it with the dirty gloves. So take those gloves off and put these new ones on.
Why does it have to...
Alright, you see how it's got some oil on it? That's so it just doesn't rust. So we're gonna Shoot it with a brake part cleaner. Try not to inhale it. We want to do this outside. And just make sure, give it a good clean.
Okay.
All right. So those screws are really just to hold them, hold it there, because a lot of cars don't have those, and the wheel holds it all in. But this is just to,
Really?
This is just to, make sure it's just there.
Your hands aren't greasy, are they?
Nope, I'm using a little plastic. You don't want to contaminate the rotor. All right, so we're basically removing all the brake dust, all the brackets. Some kits come with, new ones. Other ones, if it didn't come with that, then just clean it with brake fluid.
So basically, the same brakes
brake
without
cleaner.
The brackets and all the accessories.
Exactly. And then we'll grease it up, put it back in, so that they're nice and quiet.
It's all in there.
All right, so next, you want to make sure you got a nice glob of grease. And
not any grease.
Not any grease. It has to be synthetic brake and caliper grease. It's got to be silicone based. If you put regular grease on there, it'll eat away at those seals, supposedly. So, all right, looking good.
Looking good.
Now we're gonna put it back. Yeah, wherever the metal's touching, you want a little bit of grease on there.
Okay.
That way they're nice and quiet. So he's putting on the grease. All right, now go ahead and put
On the other side?
on the other side. And that just holds, just holds it together. Okay, you see this part, right, is gonna go inside the bracket. So put a little grease inside of the bracket before you put that on there.
Okay, let me see something.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay.
It'll fit in. So put a little grease
In the bracket.
on the bracket without touching, the pads. Just a little bit of nice grease on both sides. All right. And then, do we need new gloves? New gloves?
No, I'm good.
All right. We'll clean it later with brake. Now we could wait to, put the bracket back on there, but it's a little harder. I think this might be a little bit easier. So, just line it up right. Yeah. All right. All right, let's get it back on there now.
Do we grease these? We don't need to grease.
No. All right, so the bracket, right, the caliper holder, those are going to be between 57.9 and 72.3 foot-pounds, because we're here in the good old US of A, where we're using foot-pounds. All right, but if you're anywhere else, make sure you got the right unit there. All right, so I set my torque wrench for 67 foot-pounds.
Compared to...
All right, so we got those in there nice and tight. Now we got to bring the cylinder back, right? And in order to do that, I think, and I don't know, this is good practice. You just have to leave that open, okay? And then take an old brake pad. You're going to put that right there. And then you're going to take a C-clamp, and we're going to push that cylinder down.
Interesting.
All right, so now, shouldn't take a lot of force. I don't have a good angle. All right, here we go. Is it recessing?
Well, I can't get it on my eyes yet. Yes. It's a little bit of force.
Yeah, it's a little bit of force. You're right. but not a lot. Like if it's not going in, you know
Is there
something.
any greasing mechanism here? Any fittings?
Uh,
Oh, you do have one here.
it's all, yeah, it's all internal. Okay, is it all the way down to the?
A little bit more. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. All right, now it just goes in, and it wouldn't fit if that was out there. And then make sure push those in on both sides. Slides in. And now remember, those only 10 foot-pounds, so those are just there to, you know, hold it in place. Plenty of people have cracked those. All right, so just to review, we got to get this right. We did about 67 foot-pounds for these guys, 17 millimeter bolt. These guys only 15.9 to 23 foot-pounds. So, you know, 20 foot-pounds, not a lot. I've seen a lot of people break those. I think I've said that the bleeder valve, that's only 9.4. So that's not the one I was looking at. So I might have made that mistake. So remember, about 20 foot-pounds for those guys. All right, that's it. Now make sure you bleed the brakes. I have another video on bleeding the brakes. But pretty simple.
Feels good?
Quiet. Not jerky. All right, there you go.
Nice fresh pair.
2014 Hyundai Santa Fe 2.0 turbo. Anything else?
Get it right.
Sport. Remember to like and subscribe. Every little bit helps. Have a great rest of your day.